Welcome to the show. It's an honor here to have you at WSU Radio, St. John's University Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max.
All right.
How's your night going?
All good, man. Just came from actually celebrating Tretch's 50th birthday today, man.
Yeah. Happy birthday to him. How'd you guys celebrate?
He just had a little dinner, private dinner.
Yeah.
With COVID and all this, the craziness going on, man. You can't get, too crazy out there, man. So he just had, a lot of his personal and close friends and family with him tonight and just had a dinner. That's it. Bringing his 50th.
That's great. And it's so surprising to me that it was his 50 years today and we're doing the interview today. It was just so ironic.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
I'm glad to hear that you guys celebrated today, of course. But I mean, how have you been in 2020 as a producer, making records and everything with COVID out here right now and working with artists?
I mean, actually, it's, giving me a chance personally to focus more on the artist and to focus more on the studio. Even for Naughty, we have our 30th anniversary coming up in 21. Yep. So, I've had a chance to really sit down and focus and really, really, look at what we need to do in today's market, in today's game. But at the same time, be able to satisfy everybody who, started with us in 91 and not alienate them. So we got to definitely make sure that, we focus on our core audience first and foremost, but at the same time, be able to give you something fresh and new so it don't sound like 91 and 2000, and 21,
I'm curious to hear not only just the production sound of today's hip hop, but how do you feel about how it's changed from your era? Because in my opinion, Naughty by Nature is so timeless along with the music that came from the 90s. It's so different from what you hear on the radio today.
Right. I mean, to be honest, man, just as a producer and just as an artist, you got to just stay true to what you do.
Yeah.
And at the same time, put a business hat on and try to balance out the two. That's really it, man, to be honest. Like, you can't forget your roots. You can't, like I just said, and you can't, forget where you come from. But at the same time, you can't be stuck in your old ways. You got to be able to navigate. You got to be able to change. You got to be willing to change, man. Mm-hmm. And that's part of it, because I mean, what I'm doing, even especially now, more than ever, I'm trying to develop brand new artists. So I can't be stuck in my old ways trying to develop a 16 or 17-year-old at this point. You got to sit back at some point and you got to allow them to be themselves and allow them to kind of lead the cart and say, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. And then you step in and just say, okay, let's just polish it off for them.
Yeah, something that if people don't know about is that you also did a lot for R&B, Divine Mill Records, as people may not know, but I'm sure people know. But my audience is so young because they call me a young old man because of the music I listen to. But I mean, you discovered so many next. Jaheim went to St. John's.
What?
Yeah, that's what I've read on the line.
That's what you what?
That's what I've read online.
Man, I don't know about that, but
you didn't go to St. John's?
Not that I know of. That'll be news to me.
Yeah, because I read it online, and people were going on St. John's saying that.
Hey, listen, man. I don't know about that one. I really don't. I don't know about that one. Because I mean, I met Jaheim when Jaheim was basically just turning 17, 18 years old.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so the internet got that wrong. That's crazy.
I mean, I don't want to definitely say they got it wrong, but I'm almost...
Yeah, if you're saying no, then the internet must be wrong. I mean, he would have graduated a long time ago. I read St. John's alumni, and we were looking through it, and it's a Jaheim went there.
What, that he graduated from St. John's?
He may not have graduated, but he was there.
Listen, man, I don't know nothing about it. I've been on the campus of St. John's. I really don't know about that one. Now, Zhané is something different, because I started, before I even had Divine Mill, I had Illtown Records.
Yeah.
And Zhané was the first artist that I actually put out, which was R&B. And it was different, coming from a hip hop background and being a hip hop artist, as well as a hip hop producer coming out as Naughty by Nature. The first artist that I, spawned out to do and to produce and develop was Zhané, which was R&B, which kind of caught a lot of people off guard. Now, Zhané went to Temple.
Okay.
They're from Temple, both of them, Jean and Renee. They both, graduated from Temple. They were both down at Temple at the time when I met them. That's the only one of the only ones of, you know, music, like musically that out of my camp that I know that even associate themselves, to be honest, with college.
Oh man. What do
Not
you
to
look?
say it's a bad thing. Obviously, you know, college is not a bad thing, you know.
Yeah, no, no.
And but you know, like that caught me off guard though with Jaheim though.
Yeah, because I've read that online, and you read all kinds of things online that may not be true, and it's always good to clarify things that may be wrong for people who may listen to this show and are listening live right now.
Yeah.
So, what are you looking?
Now he definitely schooling people with his vocals, but
Yeah, he's definitely doing that.
yeah, he's doing that. You know,
Oh man, what do you look for in artists today? Since you come from a background of that raw sound.
just the work ethic, like to just somebody that's hungry, somebody who understands what it takes to, you know, to strive, to what it takes to be successful in this game, that's willing to sacrifice and, you know, put they all into it. And if I'm at the studio and I can be there working on your project for you, and I can get there and put in hard time and put in hard work for your project, you need to put in, you know, double that amount, you know, of energy than me for your own project. So I kind of look for that in people and look for, you know, what they really in the game for. You know, a lot of people
Yeah.
come into the game and they just really want to be in this game strictly for money and for the fame. And that's not what it's about. You got to have a love for it. You know, everything else will come. If you love this game, if you love this craft, not even just this, anything, whether it's sports, whether, I mean,
Yeah.
anything, whether it's a regular job, whether you work in somewhere, if you love it, then, you know, you get better and better at it, you know, and that's what I'm, you know, personally looking for. And I've always been looking for that in artists.
You mentioned you brought up that people are doing it now for the money, and I think that's why the sound has changed. Is people really don't care about the art anymore. They don't care about the original art form.
Right. Well, I mean, it's just a different time. You know, I'm not, you know, I don't want to hate on, you know, other
I
people.
do. You don't have to.
No, I mean, not really. I really don't, you know, because at the end of the day, to each his own. And I mean, and then some of them are going to be more successful than the people that are very talented. I mean, that's just how it is. You know, it's to each his own. But you know, you gotta have a love for it, man. Like really, really. And I think at the end of the day, the averages, if you look at the averages, the people that are the mega successful ones have a love for it. They put a lot of time into it, and they have a genuine love for this craft and what it is that they're doing. And like I said, once again, that's in anything.
Yeah. You look at hip hop right now, you see that there is that original sound still there. You have MCs out there like Griselda, Davies. There's a few out there, but in terms of R&B, because you're a big R&B producer as well, who's someone that you think comes from that raw sound or represents that?
What, like as a new artist?
You as a new artist.
Um, there's a few out there that I've come across. There's a few. I think Tiana Taylor does it.
Mm-hmm.
I think she does it in her
I think,
own
yeah,
way.
you're right. Yeah.
She does. She does a good job at it. Obviously, you know, Beyonce's mega, but Beyonce does, you know, everything great. So Beyonce's on a different level. Um, and then you have people that tap into it, you know, here and there. I think, you know, Chris Brown is to me like almost like the GOAT to me. Like he does everything. Like not seriously, like we
Yeah.
always talk about this when we're talking about like male R&B or we're talking about just R&B now. Like Chris Brown does everything from dance music to EDM to trap music. Then he'll go and make a R&B record, you know, and then he'll just go and do just anything like a bass record and it'll all be dope, you know, and it doesn't even feel like he's trying really. And then he'll get out there and do a dope, crazy video with it and then be able to bring it across on stage just as well as the song is. So, you know, I'll you know, hats off to like artists like that, especially like a Chris Brown. And I look at it like at this point right now, and I look at Beyonce on the female side of that statue and Chris Brown on the male side right now of doing that.
What's some artists that you're working with right now?
I have a young girl out of the New England area named Nicole Michelle,
Mhm.
a pop artist. I'm working on her. She's 18 years old. We're developing her. Been developing her for a little while. So she's starting to come around and starting to come into her own and grow into her own. I've been actually knowing her for a while. Her manager,
Mhm.
Billy, has been really just poking at me with Nicole for years, since she was like 14 or something like that. And I always thought she was just too young at the time. But now she's starting to come around and starting to, come into her own. And it's going to be great. We started off with her for the first year we've been doing records with her and putting records out on her. And we're starting to develop her now, and she's starting to come across, and it's starting to, become, something that we can look forward to
Mhm.
for 21. And then we also have a slew of artists that we have through the Slugger label,
Yep.
and that Illtown Sluggers introduced this year. We have my man Ryan Lane
Mhm.
from up in Harlem. So Ryan Lane's a beast. He's actually one of the main Slugger team writers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's via the Lady and the Tramp crew over there. So shout out to Tramp and Precise. And then we also have I got my man KO. He's out of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Mhm.
So KO's another one. He's a beast on the pen. He writes a lot of the songs that we put out on different artists. So he has his own project. We got a record out on him right now called Trap Things. So we're just beginning to start developing KO right now. Himself as an artist. He's, like I said, he's been behind the scenes writing for the other artists for a while. And then we also have my man Freshco, straight out of Africa.
Oh,
Living
wow.
in, yep. He's from Gabon. He's from Gabon, Africa, but he's in Atlanta. He lives in Atlanta right now. So we just released a record, Illtown Sluggers, featuring Freshco. This record is called Just Dance. So we have that as well. So we have a slew of artists. And then we have another record that's coming soon too, two young guys. These are probably the youngest of the crew. They're called Sadverse. And they're from New
Sad
York.
verse.
Sadverse, yep. They're from New York. And we have a record called Summer Break, an Illtown Sluggers featuring Sadverse record that'll be coming out later this month, actually. The
Oh,
middle of
that's
this month.
fire.
Yep.
Now,
Yep. So
are they an R&B duo, or are they hip hop or
no,
another genre?
they're
Hip
hip
hop.
hop. Like Nicole's
Okay.
R&B pop. Ryan's R&B. Fresco's obviously, he's African, so he's Afrobeat,
Mhm.
trap, different. We got a bunch of different stuff we doing. So he raps, Afrobeat. He does a lot of stuff. So he's a multi artist. But then we have KO who's R&B / rap,
Mhm.
and then Sadverse is rap.
Now, when you go through developing artists, what's the thing that artists usually need help with in developing, from what you've seen in developing artists?
It's more or less, I think, the studio side of it that a lot of them need, and then as well as obviously, they need the business guidance, but they also need a little bit of like tutoring when it comes to just understanding the difficulties and the strains that it takes to maintain, you know, the the stretch or let me see, like the frustration that comes along with the process. They have to understand the process. And you have to constantly just beat in their head or really just talk to them about, that your time is coming. And it takes a long time, and there's a process to it. A lot of people think that these artists that you do see out there or you hear out there that it happened overnight. And some of them, granted, some of them, did happen overnight, but the majority of them didn't. And when you look back, you'll see that they went through, the whole, the trials and tribulations and the frustration and the long nights or the months or the years of waiting until they got their turn. And to quickly go back to Jaheim, that's Jaheim always constantly talks about how long it took him to get his turn. Jaheim was sitting within the camp for a long time. And for instance, a group like Next came in and jumped over him and were released before him. And to this day, he still never, he won't let me live that one up. He's just like, yo, you kept me on the bench. You kept me on the bench.
Oh man. Just the record label from back in the day and to now, it seems as though that record labels usually scout not on talent. We mentioned that before, but now on streaming numbers, social media has really changed the game for how these record labels look for artists. Now, is that your process, basically just pure talent?
Nah, it's pure talent. I don't care
Yeah.
about no social media, man. Like, I'm not looking for no, if they talented and they have the numbers, great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna front. That would be great. But I'm strictly not scouring the internet looking for somebody who got 2 million followers and saying, hey, let me make you a singer. Hey, man, let me make you a rapper. Nah, I'm not in that business.
Yeah.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah. And it just shows you care about the true art form. I wish there were a lot more producers out there like you.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, man, like a real producer, man, you got it, they know that what it takes to do this, and what they know that it's a process with this, you know? So for me, the at this point, and just overall, man, just being a producer and being in the game as long as I've been in the game, man, for me to sit there, and just really try to fabricate something in the studio just because they have numbers, I'm not with that, because that's gonna frustrate you. And I know
Yeah.
it'll frustrate me, so I'm just not with that. I'm not with that. To
Yeah.
sit there all day auto-tuning somebody's vocals or doing all this craziness to try to make it sound good. Like, I'm not with that, man. Because I think that only what you're doing is really you're like sugarcoating something that's really fake, to
Yeah,
be honest.
it's bad music. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And I mean, how can I, like, and me personally, how can I put you on the stage and feel, and stick my chest out and feel confident with that, knowing that you can't perform it.
Mhm.
And I'm totally into performance. I'm totally into being live, into you being able to do your stuff live. I don't care if you mess up sometime. You're not going to have the greatest of the greatest shows all the time, but you got to be able to have the talent. You got to be willing to go out there and do it, and not always jumping out there, or be willing to just fall back and say, oh, I'm going to just lip sync, or I'm going to sing on top of my vocals and do whatever, because that's what the kids are used to hearing. And nah, I'm not with that.
Yeah, I'm neither am I. I'm all about the original art form, like I've been saying. But why do you think autotune has become just the go-to thing for artists nowadays? From back in the days, we've been saying this through the whole interview, is that people just aren't using their real talents anymore. It's just all autotune now.
Well, I think some people use it as an effect,
Mm-hmm.
and some people use it because they don't have the talent,
Yep.
and then they use it as a crutch. And then some people use it just to keep you there. Even though, even now, and I've been in plenty of sessions with people that can sing their behind off, and they'll just be like, Joe, just put it on light, so just in case, and that's fine. That's fine. And you're not going to hear it on the track anyway.
Yeah.
But I've also been in sessions where people be like, oh, no, 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 no. Don't put that on me at all. Don't put that on me at all. Because I come from even at times when we would, because when you're doing background vocals or doing R&B, there's stacks. So you do different notes and you stack them and all that. So at the time that it came around, they had samplers and all that going on. So this is when I was first doing Zhané's album. And I could have easily took their choruses and flew them to each chorus.
Mm.
Say, okay, let's make one stack. Then I got that stack. Now let me fly it to the second chorus. Let me fly it to the third chorus, and loop it on out. And they were like, nah, we're gonna sing each and every chorus, each note down every time. We're gonna sing it down every time, which at that time was dope to me. And I even listen to it now, and I tell people all the time because I think it's kind of dope. And I say, yo, we didn't fly those choruses. They didn't be like, for real? And I'm like, yeah, if you listen to that song, every chorus is slightly different because we didn't fly it. And this, and it's just different ways and different things that you could do. I'm just proud. That's just one thing that always stuck to me, and I'm proud of that they did do. And I'm not, like I said, like nowadays everything is flown. Like I
Yeah.
do it every day. We do the chorus, we sing everything, and then we just fly it down. But that's just one thing that sticks with me that was just pretty dope about, my girls.
Mm-hmm. And we're looking forward to hearing the new music and the milestone of 2021, 30 years. I mean, how was it 25 years? I remember that big celebration.
Right. Yeah, that's just that. This is one of those hats right here
Yeah.
too. This is actually like a cop off of the Steelers, the classic Steelers hat.
Oh, yeah, because I noticed that. I see that on Fanatics because I collect hats too.
Yeah, they have the what was it, 1960 something,
Yeah.
66? I don't know what year this have this, but this one says 95. So this is a cop off that hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we've been around, man. So, and we still here, but yeah, that 30 years is coming up, and it's gonna be a nice album, man. We're gonna do something with the classic records. But we're gonna give you guys a whole new album and a bunch of dope joints, bunch of dope joints. Just left the party over there with Tretch and just was whispering in his ear about some ideas that I had, and he was like, "All right, just send me the record, So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because the kids need to learn about the old school hip hop and the legends, and that's what I'm here for. I tell the college kids all the time, you got to tap in with that old school because that comes first to me. These new kids out here, they don't understand it. They don't. It's like a different. It's because I had Eisley on my show last week. It's a
mhm.
different. It's a totally different language to them compared to what they listen to in their headphones.
I
Totally.
mean, it is, and it's cool. I mean, I get it, and I understand it because when we first came out, a lot of people who didn't really get it, and not just saying us. I'm just talking about '90s artists when we were coming out. A lot of people they didn't really get it. So I understand it. I understand it. I mean, but if you're in the business, then I don't understand it because you definitely have to know where you came from in order to know where you're going. So a brand new artist should definitely study. So when I hear artists talking about, oh, I never studied this, or I never did, or I never listened to that person, or this and this and that, I'm just looking at them like you're bugging. Once again, to go to sports, it's just like, if you see any of these new guys and they like, oh, I never heard of Michael Jordan, really, I only know about his sneakers, but I don't know too much about him, or Allen Iverson, or any of these guys or whatever. It's just like, come on, dude, like, stop it. Either they're lying or they're ridiculous.
Yeah. I know you're a big sports guy, and I saw what you said on the caption of the post when you posted the promo is that you're done hating on other teams. But I'd love to get your take on what when
Nah,
the kid.
now you know what, real quick before you say that,
Uh-huh.
what I said, the reason I said that is because, I be going hard at Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
I be going hard at Cowboy fans. And I only do it, out of fun because a lot of my friends are Cowboy fans. So it's
Okay.
really, most of us is either split in half. Actually, it's in three ways
Mhm.
because we're from Jersey. So we got a slew of Giants fans because
Yeah.
we're all from Jersey. And even the ones of us that even Pittsburgh over here or Dallas over there, we all still got love for for Giants because we're all Jersey guys. But I can't hear it on the Giants because it's Jersey. So I
Yeah.
got a little bit of love for the Giants. So they hate on us too. I mean, they just don't do they do it. And if and they be tagging me on their pages or whatever. It's just that I get slack for going at them hard, because I'm in the industry or whatever. But they be tagging me. We let us take a L. They call us all kinds of names and yeah, this and that. So basically, I just was saying that I'm done, because I just feel like that, they down, and I'm not gonna kick them right now. That they down, the Cowboys are down. So I'm done with just really ragging on them. I'm just focused on my team, man. We got a W today again, so we're 11-0. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna focus on my team here on out, man. Cowboys win or lose, they fine. I ain't got nothing to say.
Mhm. What is this rivalry like nowadays with the Steelers and Cowboys? You think?
Because we came up at in the '70s
Yeah.
together, man, going at it,
Yeah. Lynn Swan in the Super Bowl with the
yup,
famous
Super
catch. Yep.
Bowls, yup, and all that, yup. So it's that's been going on for, like I said, from then, and then
Yeah.
everybody around around our age, in our age bracket, we grew up in that time. So most of us became Cowboys or Pittsburgh Steelers fans. So we carried it on. So, and like I said, like, and we all we do is meet up and talk sports all day and rag on each other. So we got a few other little team guys with, maybe one person like the Redskins here or two, and then one person like the Patriots. Is like my man Port's like the only Patriots fan I know. And when the Patriots were winning all these Super Bowls, he had all these closet dudes. I was just like,
Yeah.
like seriously, like I really only know one Patriot fan.
And he was a true fan too. I bet.
Yeah.
He probably liked it from Steve Grogan.
You're right. He's a true Patriot fan. He's been a
Yeah.
Patriot fan for a long time, and he's a little older than me. So yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, I'm a Jets fan, but I know we're gonna
Oh
be the
God.
we're
You know what, though, man? I got like, that was shout out to my father Gizmo too. He passed away. That was my father team, Jets.
all
My
my
father,
condolences, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my father, my mother, and they from down south, but they're Queens. So they're Jamaica Queens. They grew up in Jamaica Queens in New York. My whole family's from New York and Queens. So my father's a Jets fan, Jets and Mets.
Yeah,
And
I'm a
then
Jets, Mets, and Knicks fan. It's all brutal.
yeah. You know what though? Like the Knicks got a nice little young crew. Let's see what they do. They got my man Wes over there with them now. So let's
Yeah,
just see.
Worldwide West.
Yeah, and Wes, we go back with Wes too, like way back in the '90s. Actually, we met Wes as a promoter out there in Chicago area. Yup, and so we was touring and different stuff. So we've known Wes for years, man. So
Yeah.
it's dope to see Wes out here, coming from music like us, and also, being in the sports, and we love sports. So all that's all love too. So Wes. Hopefully, Wes and Leon Rose could get that stuff together over there, man. I know Steve Stout got something to do with the marketing or something over there too, right?
Yeah, he does. He does marketing. He's trying to rebrand their image.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they got a nice crew. I mean, they got what, Austin Rivers over there with them now?
Yeah, they just signed him off of. He was on Houston last year.
He was on Houston. I know they still got they got Dennis Smith Jr. still over there. R.J. Barrett, Knox. They'll be all right. I mean, and they just picked up Toppin.
Yeah,
they got a little crew. I mean, Ntilikina, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know. That was Phil Jackson. I said that he's probably the greatest coach of all time for basketball, but the worst executive. As soon as he went to the Knicks, he tanked that whole time with the Lakers. That's erased in my mind after what he did to the Knicks.
I mean, he did bring Porzingis in there, though.
Yeah, and then they traded him off. They thought they were going to get Kaygee and Kyrie Irving, and if they kept Porzingis there, I think Kaygee and Kyrie would have came, but they traded him off.
It's possible. It's possible.
They traded him off, and they didn't even give it a chance. And now we're at where we're at now. We're trying to get a star player. I hope Toppin's the real deal. I think R.J. Barrett's going to progress in the second year, but we'll see.
And then whatchamacallit is still there too. What's his name? The big dude.
Oh, Mitchell Robinson. Yep.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, he's still there.
Mitchell Robinson will help, and then come out. I mean, Knox is still there. I mean, it's a nice crew. It's a nice crew, and then Tibbs is over there coaching them. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you got to go across the bridge though and deal with the Brooklyn Nets. But
yeah, are you a Nets fan for being from Jersey?
Nah. I mean, I'm just a basketball fan as a whole. I actually don't even have a basketball team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just love basketball as a whole, period. I've watched football, but I don't play football. But I play basketball, though. So I love basketball.
So if you were to root for a New York team, you'd probably lean more towards the Knicks.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I know people from Jersey, they felt
and the Knicks is not my team, but I root for the Knicks.
Yeah.
I root for them, though. Yep.
I know a lot of people from Jersey felt betrayed when they moved to Brooklyn.
Well, not really, because I guess the team felt betrayed. We wasn't showing up for them, man, as fans. I mean, we wasn't there. When they were winning, when J. Kidd was there, I actually had season tickets, so I'm guilty of it as well. I was there when they were winning, and then they would and lose, and I was just like, I don't want my tickets. As soon as they traded Kmart after that, I was like, I ain't renewing my tickets. I'm done. So the Nets was just like, yo, we can't get no fans in here. We're gonna move across the water. I mean, I hear them. I understand it. I would take them back right now, though, with that squad, though.
Yeah.
They can play in Brooklyn, but I'll take it back, New Jersey Nets.
Yeah.
Take the name back. Just let them play in Brooklyn. It's like the Giants right now.
Yeah.
New York Giants, but they play in Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. Same with the Jets. I think the Jets should get their own stadium. I wish they played in Queens because they used to play at Shea Stadium.
At Shea, yeah. Yeah, but they were talking about, I know for a while, they were talking about building it down in the yard over there, in the train yard in New York for a minute, but then that went away.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe. I don't know, man, the way the Jets is, but maybe if they tank it for Trevor right now.
Yeah, that's what I want.
If they get Trevor, then maybe, they might warrant themselves a stadium after that, man. We got to see. Give them 2-3 years after getting Trevor and see what where the Jets get to going at that point, man, then maybe they'll be on the stadium.
Yeah,
Right now, man, they ain't worthy, man.
no, I don't think so. And when they drafted Darnold, I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't a big Darnold guy at USC. After his first year there, he had an amazing Rose Bowl performance. But I mean, if you look at the statistics and you see he had a lot of fumbling issues in college.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't one that was crazy over Donald either.
No, I saw right through him.
And a lot of people are saying that the Jets shouldn't give up on him right now. And they bugging.
Yeah, no, Trevor Lawrence you got to take him.
You got to take Trevor Lawrence. And the Jets better not go and win no games either, man.
Yeah, no, they got to lose out.
Yeah.
I'm shaky about the Raider game.
You know that they're saying that a lot of people are speculating that when it comes down to the last season, depending where the Patriots are at, that Bill Belichick is going to throw that game.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the Raiders next week because they had a bad week last week. So I'm thinking maybe the Jets could beat them. I don't see it, but I have a weird feeling about it. That last game, it'll tell all. I think Belichick might throw that game.
Yeah.
He'll do it too.
Yes, he will. That'll be foul, yo. But the Jets, hey, listen, man, just like he could throw the game, the Jets better throw it. They better be worse than him.
They better be. Adam Gase is the worst coach.
Right, and there's to be a little more believable of them throwing the game than the Patriots. It'll be obvious of the Patriots throwing it. The Jets will just be playing Jets football.
Yeah. We know how that went. And, I mean, I remember when the Steelers beat us in the championship game. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep. You went on to play the Packers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that Jets, like, that team was good, though.
Yeah, they had a great defense.
Yeah, their defense was all about the defense, though. Yeah.
Rex Ryan, that was Rex Ryan's defense.
Team, yep. Me and my dad was sitting there going at it with that one. Yeah.
Oh man, but Aaron Rodgers had a field day with what was his name? Jordy Nelson.
Yeah, that was a nice connection. And now, he got Devontae now, and Devontae Adams is a beast too. So
yeah.
He got they defense though. That's another one. Their defense is not good either. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know about the Packers either.
Yeah, for the Steelers, how you feel about Claypool? That was a steal.
That exactly, yeah. I knew of him in college, but not too much, and I didn't know he would, make an impact on our team like that. Not in his rookie year, not at all. And I actually like our core. I actually like our core of receivers. Yep. They're really stepping up. And they're doing pretty good. I like it. I like it. I like the way Ben is playing. Some of the stuff is questionable to me at times. And I'm a little bit nervous at this point with our running game. If we're gonna go deep in the playoffs when it's freezing out there and it get cold, man, and the defense in the start, the game starts shortening up and it just the sweaty palms start coming, man. Like we got to be able to run that ball, man.
Yeah.
Really be able to run that ball and keep the defense and control the clock. So until we get that, man, I'm still a little nervous, man.
Your pass and go the next game, you played the Washington football team, but the game after that, you played the Buffalo Bills, and that might be a challenge. And speaking of the cold weather.
Yeah. I don't think we're going undefeated anyway. I don't want to go. Put it like that. I don't want to go undefeated. I'd rather, get out the system. That'll be one less thing that we got to worry about and the players got to worry about or hear or think about or talk about or read about. Just get it out the way and then get back focused on trying to win this chip because you don't want to go undefeated and be like the Patriots and then you get up there and lose. So that'll hurt.
Yeah, that better not happen. I'm rooting for the Steelers. Undefeated. I hope they keep going to the Super Bowl. Do you think this is Ben's last year?
If he get to the Super Bowl, if he win, he may ride out.
Yeah.
He may ride out if he win. If he get there and it's heartbreaking and it's close and he feel like, dag, I let something out there. I didn't complete this whole thing. I think he'll come back. And I think even if he don't get to the Super Bowl, if he gets to the championship game and it goes that way, where he feel like just he didn't do what he should have done and it was right there and he just missed it and he know he could have done it, I think he'll be back.
If you were to go to the Super Bowl, who do you think you're facing in the NFC?
Oh man, I wanted at first for a while. I wanted to say the Bucks at first.
Yeah.
I don't think the Bucks are making it.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they're making it. Their defense is not good.
Nope.
Good and Tom Brady. I don't know what's going on with them, man. Like the Bucks are not doing it. So it almost feels like it could be the Saints.
Well, I don't know if it'll be the Saints now because of Drew Brees, his injury.
Right, right. I mean, but if he gets himself together and Taysom Hill can hold it down until he get himself together,
Yeah.
it's a good chance. I mean,
Yeah. I would say the Packers, but I don't think you want to play the Packers again because of last time. He might have flashbacks.
you know what? But then again, I would love that though, because
Yeah.
we'll shred that defense.
You would.
We'll shred that defense. And actually we owe them anyway. So
Yeah, you do.
I wouldn't mind it being the Packers. I wouldn't mind it being the Packers. I wouldn't mind it, but I'm not looking that far. Like, to be honest, I'm not looking that far ahead, man.
Yeah.
Those Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs. Yeah.
Man. Although they have holes in their defense, but man, that offense, man, that is ridiculous, man.
I think they're going to go a long way. Being a Steeler fan, how do you feel about the reactions to people around the league when they say that Lamar Jackson's the number one quarterback?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I think that I don't feel like Ben's the best quarterback in the league, but I do definitely think he's one of the top tier quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I think he does a great job for what we need to get done. He stands in the pocket. He makes big throws. He holds on to the ball a little bit too long for me sometimes,
Yeah.
but same thing, make you laugh, make you cry, because a lot of those times when he hold on to that ball, he's holding on for a reason because he's looking for a certain shot, and then it comes to help us in at some point in the game. So, I'm definitely happy with Ben. I mean,
Yeah.
I had a whole season last year without him, so I'm happy with Ben.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did okay. But those were, you want to talk about some frustrating games last year, man.
Mason Rudolph is the backup quarterback.
Yes, like I can't. No. It's almost time for us to draft another quarterback.
Yeah. Or how about this? We can draft Trevor Lawrence. We can give you Darnold for free.
I'll take actually, for no. I don't know. Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I will take dude from though, from Ohio State. What's his name?
Oh,
the quarterback for Ohio State. Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. I wouldn't mind Pittsburgh switching up or going back to how we had when we had Cordell Stewart doing that type of offense and all of that stuff. Because the NFL is starting to go that way. If you look at it with Deshaun and with Lamar and all these different quarterbacks, even if you look at Burrows is running.
Yeah.
Josh Allen in Buffalo running. Like those quarterbacks, and these are big quarterbacks that's running too. I mean, Justin Fields ain't that big. I mean, but he reminds me. He definitely reminds me of what you call him up in Seattle.
Russell Wilson
Reminds me of him. So Russell Wilson. He reminds me of Russell Wilson. So we could definitely go with somebody like that. Because I like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's tough.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback. He already won a Super Bowl. There's the question.
And Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler Murray. Yep.
Yeah.
Out of Oklahoma.
So look at all of those different quarterbacks now. So I mean, at some point, I wouldn't mind us, possibly going that route.
Yeah. A question that I wanted to ask you before, and then when I brought up what the caption was on your post, was because you said that the kids nowadays may only know Michael Jordan for the sneakers. But what do you say to the people that say that LeBron James is the greatest of all time? Especially now that the Last Dance released on ESPN, in which people probably sat down and watched during the quarantine, that whole amazing documentary of the '90s Bulls.
I mean, it's just a testament of time, really. It's the era that people grow up in. Like if you ask somebody, probably they're 70 years old, they're going to say, Dr. J, or
Yep.
they might, obviously they're going to say Wilt or Kareem or somebody that, that was back then. So I don't fault anybody for their era, you know. And then the thing that I do find kind of puzzling of all this is that how everybody just missed Kobe in the mix of all of this, though. Like, people don't give Kobe enough credit now. And unfortunately, he's passed away now. And maybe a lot of people start to, plug him in now because of that. But even before that, it was just like, it just went to LeBron and Jordan. But Kobe, to me, Kobe's more of a Jordan.
Yeah.
Then LeBron is more of a hybrid. LeBron's more closer to me. To me, LeBron's a little more like Magic to me.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. I always put Kobe second after Jordan. That's my order. It's usually Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. But then there's sometimes that I hesitate to put LeBron third because I think about all the greats that came before him.
Right. You got to think about even like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. Like, this guy had his own shot that nobody can even do no more. They don't even do it no more. And basically never really did it.
Yep.
His own hook, and leads the NBA in all-time scoring. He's done like so much, and people don't even talk about that. Has multiple championships, and nobody talks about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really. No. Some people do, but most of them don't. Most of them don't. But even the younger kids, I get why they would talk about LeBron, because it's social media era.
Yeah.
It's the time now. It's the now. It's the now. And then Jordan, a lot of people, like my wife been joking about it too. She always said, Dag, I wonder if people like the new kids now, the Jordan meme has taken over of everything. Now people only know Jordan for the crying Jordan.
Yeah.
That's really known for. That it took over even from the popularity of his sneakers and everything, which is crazy.
I hope that's not what people think of when they think of Jordan. It's just the meme. I mean, the greatness, the 6 rings.
Right. It almost felt like it could have been diminishing that greatness with that meme, though. It's like, oh man, like, because you had to actually witness this guy playing, man.
Yeah.
Like, I used to sit down and watch him played all those championships and all that stuff, man, and just be in awe of him, like just making it happen,
Yeah. I remember in the Last Dance documentary, I was a little insulted by a Knicks fan because he mentioned all the teams that he felt as though was a challenge to them, but he didn't mention the Knicks. He didn't mention them. They had a great squad.
That's because he probably had a natural hate for the Knicks. That was hating, because I don't care what. He was challenged by the Knicks.
Yeah.
He was challenged by the Knicks, definitely.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing, Starks, Xavier McDaniels.
Starks and McDaniels and all of them. He was challenged by them dudes, yo. I don't care. I don't know what he just didn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
He was challenged by him, definitely.
Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason.
Anthony Mason, yep. He was challenged by those dudes.
Yep.
Charles Smith ain't do what he did that time.
Yeah.
Shout out Charles Smith, too, though. I've seen Charles Smith around in Jersey a few times with his son too.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's he like?
No, he's cool, laid back. Yep, just laid back. He had his young son. We'll be in the gym sometime, and he'll bring his son in there and be working out with his son or whatever. So it's cool, definitely cool. Yep.
You looking forward to the new season, December 22nd? They announced it already.
Absolutely, can't wait, man. They got preseason games coming up too.
Yeah.
I think that's around like the 18th, something like that. 18,
I think that's when.
Yeah, got some preseason games coming up, so
we'll
see. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Short,
I hope COVID doesn't shut down football though.
I hope not. But that was craziness, man. Even for my Steelers, man, this game to actually finally get played today is weird. On a Tuesday, kickoff at 3:40. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. It kept getting postponed.
Yeah, I didn't think it was ever going to happen.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, but I think that they had to figure some way out, because it was starting to get crazy, because we had already had one that was postponed when we were supposed to play the Titans the first time.
Yeah,
they got pushed back. So and then now we got a quick turnaround. We played like you said, we played the Washington football team on Sunday. No, it's Monday. Actually, it's Monday.
Yeah, Monday night. That's an easy pass go for that, I think.
I don't think so. I'm not gonna. I think we could beat them. I don't think it's gonna be easy. Washington that front four, man, they got up there. Woo,
Yeah, it could
man,
be.
they're good. That defense now, I ain't offense like it might be a little suspect, you know. Actually, I was watching them though last week, man, and what's call him? He was pretty good. He was pretty good coming off that injury, man, because that injury was
Yeah,
catastrophic.
Alex Smith. Yeah.
Alex Smith, yeah, he was pretty good. He was pretty good. He was pretty good. So
Yeah.
he's not back to his regular form yet. You know, can't move around as much, but he was pretty good. He's pretty good. But
Mhm.
that defense is tough, man.
Yeah. It's Chase Young.
Yeah, yeah. And then they got a couple of boys up there, man. They ain't playing, man. That
No.
defense is tough. Their defense is tough. Kerrigan and the boys, they tough.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We should
Yep.
beat them. We should beat them. But we can't look past them because we already know we got a tough one coming up after that with Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That might be a tough one with the cold weather, like we said before. I want to get back to the
So
music
we gotta
actually, and just
get
talking
past this
about.
one first.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right. Getting back to the music, I wanted to bring up just Naughty by Nature. Who came up with the title for the group? Can you hear me?
Tretch came up with that. Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay,
there?
yeah, because it kind of froze a little bit. Tretch came up with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Tretch came up with that name. We were a group called New Style before we actually became Naughty by Nature, and we had a song called Naughty by Nature as the group New Style.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came time for us, our management on Flavor Unit, Shaquem from Flavor Unit, came up to us and told us that it was time that he felt he was getting a lot of kickback with the name. A lot of people didn't like the name, and he felt like it was time for us to change it. That we should come up with a different name. And right off the bat, Trust just, what about Naughty by Nature? And everybody just froze for a second.
It's become a hip hop trademark from
Yeah,
that moment.
yeah. We just froze. At first, I thought it was a little too long. I thought it should have been something shorter. But after a while, we started to love it, and everybody, started feeling it, and it just grew. It just grew. It just grew.
Mhm.
And now here we are, 30 years later, and it's I mean, I would like to say it's an iconic stamp.
Yeah, it is iconic. I mean, Poverty's Paradise is my favorite album from you guys. It's
Thanks. Thanks. One of mine too. I mean,
yeah,
even as the producer of it, I think that's some of my best work, definitely as a collective unit. I was out that was working after, putting my foot into a lot of R&B and pop and different musical genres. I was able to understand a bunch of different things coming from hip hop and after learning a lot of different things through those different projects that I worked on outside of, I was able to basically infuse the sound and the traits into that album.
yeah, and you can hear it. And that's a timeless album as it is. They Feel Me Flow. I mean, that's iconic. That song.
Yeah, yeah, yep,
That's my personal favorite. Everyone loves OPP, but
yeah.
for
And
me, it's Feel Me
and to
Flow.
be honest, a lot of people favorite is Uptown Anthem. A lot of people love that
Yeah,
record, but
and it was Hurt and Juice.
yeah, but a lot of people, to be honest, a lot of people favorite is Feel Me Flow. There's a lot, and that
Mhm.
record gets licensed a lot too. So that's a testament of it being a favorite too.
Mm-hmm. Everything's gonna be all right. That's another great
Yep,
one.
yep,
Hip Hop Hooray, can't forget that either.
yep.
Yep.
Sample bits on this too. Yep. Poverty's Paradise.
Oh, that's fire. Is there anywhere where people can purchase this, or that was just custom made for you guys?
No, no, no. This is on the site. This is on our site on www.naughtybynaturesstore.com.
Oh, that's fire. I gotta check that out. I gotta
Yep, we
check
got
that
the
out.
hoodies, we got the hoodies, we got everything. We got a whole Poverty's Paradise package, and bundle on there. And then we'll have a 30th anniversary package that's coming up now. But we have everything on our site, man. And our fulfillment is impeccable.
Mhm. What's an amazing story is that you guys met in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. We met in high school. We all from the same area though. We from East Orange, Illtown,
Yep.
New Jersey. Yeah, we from East Orange. And we all from down the hill. but there's multiple, like anywhere else, there's multiple elementary schools,
Yeah.
and then there's multiple, middle schools. So everybody, we all went to different. Well, me and Vin went to the same elementary and middle schools because we both was we only lived 3 blocks away from each other. But
Mhm.
Stretch lived on the other side of East Orange, and he didn't go to the same elementary school as us. But at the time, it was only 2 high schools in East Orange. So everybody on our side went to East Orange High School, and then the people that went from the other side of East Orange went to Clifford J. Scott High School. So that's when we met Tretch up in East Orange High School.
And then the group was solidified from there. And what was your first performance like together as a group? I'm curious to hear
Well,
that story.
actually that's how the group even started.
Was from a performance?
Yeah, from a
Yeah.
performance. Yeah, it was actually in 1987, my senior year in high school. I was a senior. Vin and Tretch were juniors. I'm a year older than them, so they were juniors. I was a senior, and then we were having the senior talent show. So I was already DJing around the way. So I was just gonna DJ in the senior talent show. So I was practicing one day in my house, and Vin used to break dance across with a guy that lived straight across the street from me. He used to break dance with him. So I was practicing. I'm on my son porch practicing. They would break dance to the music while I'm practicing. I run break beats, and they would be break dancing. So Vin, I already knew Vin knew how to break dance and beatbox. So I just thought about it one day. I'm like, Vin, why don't you beatbox and I'll just scratch and we can do a routine together for this talent show.
Mhm.
So we were rehearsing and working on it. So then he was like, well, why don't we get an MC? And I was like, I don't know no MCs. I mean, that'll work. He was like, I know this guy named Tiny in my health class. And that was Tretch.
Yeah.
So he brought Tretch over. We started rehearsing for the talent show my senior year. We did the talent show. We didn't even have a name. It was just, like I said, it was just a talent show that I was supposed to be in as a senior. And they didn't even have a name. So we went out, and I scratched in a Beastie Boys. It's the new style.
Yeah.
And Vince started beatboxing and Tretch started rapping. And then people just start calling us the new style. And it's like, okay, we're the new style. We're gonna be a group. And we just started doing talent shows from under the name New Style. And started winning a bunch of talent shows around the way, doing a lot of stuff, man. And we would win so much that at first they used to have the crowd be the judges of it. So
Mhm.
they would get the crowd's or the audience's reaction, and that's who would win. So then they started feeling like, oh, y'all bringing your own audience and y'all the fan favorites and all this and that. So then they started bringing judges in, and that's when we actually started. We got to meet Biz Markie and Cool V, which became mentors of ours as well. Shout out to Cool V. I
Yeah.
just actually left Cool V too. He's over there DJing at Tretch's birthday party right now. That's my man, Cool V. Shout out to Biz too. Get prayers up for Biz too.
Yeah.
Biz
Yeah.
is
I
doing
heard he was
well.
going through COVID. He had to get
Yeah.
COVID, man. That's a shame.
Well, actually, he was having problems with his diabetes, so he's a lot better now. Cool V was just giving us the update. So Biz is a lot. He's coming along. So shout out. Stay strong out there, Biz.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Shout out to Biz.
and Biz and them actually became a mentor of ours as well as the flavor unit. So as we started, coming around, we had professional guys in our corner like that was, urging us on like, yo, these guys are dope. You guys are dope. This is how you should do this. You should do that. Tretch was already over there messing with Mark the 45 King and the flavor unit with Apache and all those in the crew over there with Latifah and Lakim and all of those guys. So we were starting to build up a name, and then Flavor Unit said, hey, we're going to start a management company. Would you guys want to be one of the first artists under our management? We were like, definitely, this is what we need. So that was the beginning, and that's all we needed at that point. We felt like we had the live performance. We felt like we had everything else. We knew how to make records. At least we thought we did.
Mm-hmm.
We thought we knew how to make records, and we just felt like we just needed the chance. We just needed the politics to get us through the door. And Flavor Unit became the politics to get us in there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone knows. I'm going to bring up the probably the biggest record that everyone knows is OPP. What was the sample clearing process for that? For the
Actually,
Jackson 5's ABC?
actually, it wasn't a crazy process. I mean,
Yeah.
Drew Bet, yeah, it's just like we just cleared it. I mean, they took basically all of the song from us, but I remember the day that my lawyer called me and he said, "Hey, Kay, they're gonna take basically almost all of the song from you guys. You sure you want to use this sample?" I said, "Stu, that's gonna make our career, man. I'll sacrifice this one record for us to get in this door, man." And that's how bad that I wanted it. That's how bad we wanted it, and it, it worked. I mean, what good is 100% of nothing, man?
Yeah.
So 10% of everything is better than 100% of nothing. So I'll do. We took the 10%, man, and said, "Hey," and here we are, 30 years later.
Yep. I'm curious, how did Michael Jackson feel about the record? Because I've seen a picture, and I'm going to show it for the audience. Is you backstage with Heavy D?
Yeah, actually, you know what that was? That was actually from the video, the Jam video.
I was
That
from
was
the jam. I'm gonna show it to the audience real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was from the Jam video. That was on set at the Jam video. Yep. Shakim called us and Heavy D, because Heavy D was on the song with Michael, and Heavy D was working with Shakim at Flavor Unit. He called Flavor Unit and said, "Hey, I'm on set. Mike wanted me to meet the guys.
Mhm.
What are they doing?" And Shakim was like, "Nothing." He's like, "Well, Mike wants to meet him." And Shakim was like, "All right, we're on the next flight out there." And he called us and we jumped on the flight and was like, "Hey," and Mike want to put y'all on the video. And we just went out there. You gotta say it twice. We there. Michael Jackson? Okay, we there. So we went out there and we had a chance to meet him. And he told us, he was just like, "Hey, that OPP, that's my joint. That's my joint." So funny to hear Mike say that is though we got to meet Bubbles and everything. Bubbles had his own limo riding around. It was hilarious, yo. Surreal though. It was surreal though, man. For real. Like that picture really, really means a lot, yo. Seriously. Especially when I'm even being gone now. But the fact of, growing up on the Jackson 5 and everything, man, the history of music, Motown, all of that, man. And just us to be able, our first record being OPP and sampling Jackson 5, and then to finally meet Michael Jackson, man, that was incredible.
And what's important is that he loved the track.
Yes.
You approved of it, because there's sometimes you hear about these guys who remix or sample another artist's track and they hear it and they don't like it.
Yeah, or they despise it and they just be, or some of them clearly don't even, some of them most of the time don't even want you to use it. They just be like, "Nah, I'm not, you can't use it," or "I don't like it." Or some of them just be like, "Yeah, you could use it," and they'll still just trash it and just be like, "I don't like that." I mean, be like, "What do you think about such and such when he used your song?" I didn't like it. I don't like people sampling my music or doing whatever. So he approved of it, and it was dope to us, man. I mean, like I said, he's so iconic, man. And for us, man, to get there, I remember that day too. I was just standing there looking at him like, wow, it's Michael Jackson. Like, just all of us, we were just like, wow, this is unbelievable. But that was early too in our career, man. That was super early, and we were just getting started, and we were just like, wow.
That was legendary. That picture is legendary, as you said.
Yeah,
it means a lot to you.
yeah, absolutely. And then with Heavy D being in that picture as well, so
Yeah.
that's legendary.
Rest in peace to Heavy D.
Yeah, shout out to Hev, man. Hev was my boy, man.
Yeah. Oh man, could there have been a Michael Jackson and Naughty by Nature collaboration? Because he's done hip hop collaborations. You said Heavy D. He did a song with Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have possibly, or eventually happened. I think so. I actually did a remix for Scream, the record with him and Janet. They reached out to me. Yeah, Sony reached out to me. I did a remix. It's floating around on the internet and all that stuff. There's a Scream remix that I did, like an R&B mix to the song. But yeah, I would have loved for that to happen, definitely.
Now, was that process a little nerve-wracking for you when making that track for Michael Jackson and Janet? Because these are two icons. I mean, you've worked with a lot of people, but Michael Jackson and Janet, they're really like, talk about probably the biggest name in music.
Nah, it was just they just sent me the files and just was just like, hey, here you go. And I just did my thing. I just made a nice R&B joint out of it. That was it, and they loved it. So it was great. I mean, it's just like if you like I said, I mean, I love this so much, man. And at that point, man, by that time, I felt like I was in my groove anyway. So it was nothing like no
Yeah.
curveball. Point, man.
I'd be nervous if I was you. I'd be nervous producing a record for Michael Jackson. That's the remix for him and Janet.
Nah, nah, nah.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to reach out to it. There's a few people I'm trying to reach out to Janet even now. I heard she working on a new project, so I have some joints I put together for her. I'm reaching out to some people to try to get some joints on her new project. Hopefully, those dots get connected too.
Yeah. And that would be great. And maybe I know Drake used a verse for Michael Jackson, unreleased verse on one of his songs. I mean, would you guys pursue that?
Yeah, that would be that's an option. That's definitely an option. Yep.
Yeah.
That's an option.
I want to get into UNITY. Putting that record together. I mean, talk about one of the greats and probably the biggest song that Queen Latifah's released.
Yeah, I did that with my homie that grew up with me on the block, my man Mufi. Me and Mufi did that one together. Definitely, yup. That's a Crusaders sample right there. That joint, yeah. We just like Latifah. That's another one too. I got a few joints I'm working on now for her too for her new project. But yeah, UNITY, man, definitely one of those big records for her. It's definitely a fan favorite. Everybody loves that joint. From even from the crossover side to down to the raw hip hop joint. I mean, to the hip hop guys, man, like everybody, like to the boom bap guys, like everybody loved that joint, and they definitely give it up for it. Even when we did the MTV joint 2 years ago when we came out to that, we did the whole Jersey set
Yeah,
out
that's
there.
right. They brought all the Jersey artists out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I produced that whole segment. Yep, I put that whole segment together. And when she came out with the motorcycle came out the motorcycle with the horns riding, UNITY, everybody was loving that,
Yeah.
But it makes me
Ice-T
feel
was
good.
there too.
Yeah. Ice-T actually introduced it. He introduced it because Ice-T is actually born in Jersey.
Yeah, people don't know that, but they look at him as a West Coast rapper, kind of like Tupac.
Yeah, he was born. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from New York originally, but everyone looks at him as the West Coast artist.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something. That was an amazing event. I remember that because I remember people from Jersey texting me, being all the Jersey guys are out there, all the Jersey rappers are there. That was a big deal.
It was dope, because it was held in Jersey.
Yeah,
it was down at the Pack. I mean, not at the Pack. It was down at the what's called down in Newark, but Prudential Center. It was down at the Prudential Center.
That's right.
Yep. So it was us, Latifah, Wyclef, Redman, and Do It All, and Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap. Oh, yep, that's right. He's in. How do you feel about Fetty Wap from a new artist from Jersey?
Listen, man, I like Fetty Wap. I like melodic. I like melodic rap, and I like Fetty Wap.
I do too. He gets a lot of hate, and I don't understand that. I like Fetty Wap though.
Yeah, I like Fetty Wap. I mean, number one, he's from Jersey.
Yeah.
But number two, also, I mean, I just like melodic music, and he makes melodic music, and I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Something that I read online is that you get a lot of your R&B influences because of your father. He used to play the old school records for you. Teddy Pendergrass. Yep. I know that was a big influence.
Yeah, all of that stuff, man. Like Sam Cooke, like all of that stuff. Yeah, like all of it. Like Marvin Gaye, Jackson 5, all of it, man. Like he used to just play, like we used to be going down Johnny Taylor. He used to play all kinds of Aretha Franklin, all kinds of music. Like, and we used to take every summer, his family, like I said, they're from South Carolina originally. So his family's in South Carolina. So we would go down there to his sister's house and all that. And we, every vacation, summer break, we would go down there for like a week. But on that long ride down there, he'd just be in the car singing those songs and singing all those old joints and just riding to him, riding to him. And we just all learned them all from him, just doing that. And that's where the love for music, from to me personally. I mean, all of us, you know, my whole family, we all love music. But me personally, it just sunk into me, man. It just drove me. It just drove me, and I was just, you know, it was just something that was mesmerizing about the musical elements of everything and the songs and how it came together just as a whole. And then when I from it all clicked and came together when I went and saw the movie Beach. And then it just all started coming together to me. And I was just like, oh, okay, so that's what, because I already love music. So let me just combine that with that.
Love TKO. By Teddy Pendergrass. That was a huge record.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Marvin Gaye. I know I was listening to Marvin Gaye a couple weeks ago, and I think my favorite song by him, it's not actually one of his big ones. It's There Is a Joy.
Okay. By Marvin Gaye?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye. I mean, he has some albums too that, you know, didn't come across as big artists or whatever. I mean, big albums, but great music, man. And that's the thing about a lot of the old, you know, soul music and a lot of that stuff. You can go back and listen to a lot of that stuff, and that stuff's great. And it's not big records, and a lot of stuff, like even from big artists, a certain known artist, you know, they have, you know, they had put out projects sometime that, you know, kind of flew under the radar, but you listen to it in the music and it's incredible, man. And you can definitely get inspired by it.
I think so. Someone that has also been in the game for many, many years is Ron Eisley.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Eisley Brothers. And that's another one. That's another one that's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long time. If you think about Twist and Shout, like that record may have been the 60s or something, or the 70s. Definitely, there's a long time ago.
Yep. And then they I mean, they're responsible for some of the biggest hits in hip hop as well. It Was a Good Day, Ice Cube.
Right.
And Big Papa, they say Biggie Smalls and them sampled Between the Sheets.
Yep. Yeah, Eisley Brothers definitely responsible for a lot of stuff in hip hop, and then you think about even too the decades of music and time that they've spawned across and survived through this musical game. I mean, and then you got to think about too, like the people that they have influenced, from Aaron Hall to R. Kelly.
Yep.
So all of these guys, man, like that, those are, you can definitely tell that those guys like grew up on Ron Eisley and love Ron Eisley. Yep. And then even for Ron Eisley to even be like, even throughout the 90s and all of that stuff, he was still relevant and making great music at that time.
Yeah, he became Mr. Biggs in the 90s with the song Down Low, and then R. Kelly and him did the what was that song? He did it in 2001. They had a lot of hits together. Exactly. I can't remember what was that song? That 2001 song that they did together.
Yeah, they had a record together too. Yeah, I forgot that record.
Yeah, it was called? Contagious.
Yeah, man. Ron Eisley, man, like he's contagious, right? Contagious.
Yep.
Okay. Is that my internet or something's freezing up on us?
Yeah. The Zoom does that from sometimes. It happens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we getting a freeze up sometime here and there.
Yeah. What was I saying? Charlie Wilson's another one.
Oh yeah. That's another one.
Exactly. The Gap Band. I mean, another iconic band.
Uncle Charlie. Yep.
Yeah.
and Uncle Charlie's still going to this day.
Yeah. He just released a single, I think, in February. Something with Valentine's Day. I saw that.
Yeah, he has a record out right now, and I think he's on a record with OT Genesis, Chris Brown, and him.
Yep. And he did a record with Nas, Car 85.
Right. Yup. That joint's hot too. I like that.
We're getting the good music back.
Yeah, I saw this thing about them where he was talking about how where the name Gap Band came from, and he was talking about that stuff. I never really knew that. It was dope though. But yeah, Uncle Charlie is incredible. He's another one. He's really he's dope. Gap
Yeah.
Band. And that's classic too. You think about that song Outstanding, man. Like that joint right there birthed a lot of records.
Yeah. Pioneers, man. I mean, these are the great pioneers. You're a pioneer in yourself. When we mention premieres and we mention Pete Rock, we got to mention KG too.
I mean, I would hope so, but if not, then it's fine. I'm a fan of all of those guys anyway, and I'm friends with them as well. Pete Rock's dope. You know, Large Professor, dope.
Yep.
Cupid, dope. Premier, dope. Like, I mean, Knife Wonder, dope. Like these guys, Knots, dope. Like these guys, there's a lot of dupes. DJ Scratch, dope.
Yep.
Like Jazzy Jeff, dope. Like there's a lot of dudes. Like these dudes are dope, man. I'm Buck Wild, dope.
Buck
Like
Wild. Yeah, he just released an
dudes
amazing album.
is
Yep.
a lot of dudes. Yeah, those are dope, man. And I'm fans as well. So I mean RZA, dope.
Yep.
Obviously Dr. Dre, dope.
Yep.
Like I mean, we can go on for days. I mean, there's guys like there's just dope, man. Like like I said, I'm a fan. I'm a fan as well. So
Mhm.
Eric Sermon from
Yep.
EPMD, dope.
EPMD. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, like dope. Like these guys are like all Rockwaller, dope. Like they're all producer dudes. I mean, and we all know each other and we all respect each other, man. And I think at the end of the day, man, people have their favorites, but it's up to the people to, and it's fine. Some people like you, and some people love you, or some people don't care about you. At the end of the day, man, long as you satisfying yourself and you being able to, you're able to do what it is that's, good enough for what you feel like is good enough for you, then it's good. And I feel like I'm doing what, I think I should be doing. And I feel I'm a firm believer of each his own. I don't think that I deserve, more than what I got. I think I deserve what I have, and that's it.
And you were inspired by Marley Marl too.
Oh, oh, I don't want to forget him. Like Marley Marl's the GOAT to
Yeah.
me in hip hop. In hip hop, he's the GOAT.
The
He's
Juice
the GOAT.
Crew.
I mean, and he's the GOAT. Like Marley Marl is like the GOAT. I mean, Teddy Riley's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bomb Squad, Keith and Hank Shockley, goats, man. Like, I mean, like I said, we can go on for days,
Yeah.
man, with these guys, man. A lot of guys, man, that's dope. But yeah, man, like I've always, I whenever I can, man, I've always Marley Marl is a big inspiration to me when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah.
Yep.
You brought up Dr. Dre before, and it's interesting. I was reading on Instagram today, as well as on all the other social media tabloids, is that he may be doing a verses with Diddy soon. And this brings me to my next question: would you do a verses with someone?
Not really. I mean, at first when they were first doing it, my crew was all gassing it up. But at this point, man, I just feel like it is what it is, man. Like, not really. Not
Yeah.
really. They're looking for artists at this point anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Like I said, it's to each his own. I feel like if I'm not satisfied, if I don't meet the criteria for them or it ain't satisfactory to them, then it is fine because it's satisfactory for me. Like, so I'm satisfied with what I've done with my career, and I know that I'm still doing stuff that's valuable to me and to my fans.
Yeah.
So that's what it's more or less about. And at the end of the day, so it's all good, man.
Yeah.
I don't take it as a disrespect from the guys or whatever, from Tim or Swizz, of if they didn't reach out to me as a producer and not had me on the platform or had me do it. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's nothing personal. I mean, I don't feel no kind of way.
Oh wait, they were supposed, like, they didn't reach out to you. Is that what it was?
Nah, I never heard from them about doing it. And it's cool. Like, cause I mean, I don't overall. To be honest, overall, like that's not even me anyway, man.
Mhm.
You know, like I'm behind the scenes. I just do my work. That's not even me. Like I'm not trying to be in front of the cameras and do all that stuff like
Yeah.
that anyway. So it's fine with me.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even fit my character, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't think they called Pete Rock. I mean, I don't know if they did, but I know Pete Rock hasn't done a versus either.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who hasn't done
Yeah.
it. So that's why I said that's why I don't take it personal. Like it's
Yeah.
cool, you know. I find it entertaining. I watch them, you know, here and there. Some of them I find more entertaining than others, and some of them I watch and some of them I don't, and it's cool.
Mhm. Throughout your career, I mean, producing just for the legendary group that you're with Naughty by Nature. I mean, doing the remix for Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, and it's just UNITY and the artists that you found. Who's someone that you really want to get the chance to work with?
You talking about that I haven't worked with,
Yeah,
or
that you haven't worked with.
nobody? I mean, it's more about the new artists to me.
The new artists.
I'm looking for new artists. I'm looking to because I've always been on that, to be honest, across the board, and that's probably why a lot of people may not have me, as that top tier producer, whatever, because and that's still what my mind's focused on, trying to work on new artists and trying to work on my own artists and trying to develop new artists from the ground up. I think it's easy to me. It's easy for me to take a dope beat or dope song I got and put it on a established artist. I can do that. I could have been done that.
Yeah.
I can continue to do that. I can do that all day. But it ain't. To me, it's not a satisfaction. It's not to me. It's more of a prize in it to me. And I feel like that I get my rocks off more of giving it to a brand new artist and breaking it on them. And it may be, that might be the wrong approach, but that's just been my approach, and that's how I like to approach it. I just like to, start from the ground up and build up like that.
Mhm. I think we need more producers out here like you, like that. You care about the up and coming artists. You're not here just to get your money and make the millions of dollars. You care about finding what's new and continuing to grow the sound of music.
Right. That's what I mean. That's what I'm into. That's what I tend to go that way. And I think, I mean, and I know that is part of why, you know, I'm not looked at, like I said, and in a certain tier, or a lot of people don't probably mention me. I mean, my crew's been telling me about it. Like my brothers talk about it all the time, and people that I work with, a lot of them say like, yo, you should do this, you should do that. That's why people don't put you in this light or talk about you with this, because you don't do that. But it's fine, man. Like I said, I mean, I'm fine with what I'm doing. I'm fine with where I'm at, man, to be honest, because it's just really not my character, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not my character. I love music. I love doing music. I love breaking chance. I love giving people a chance. And I love, I, and after that, I just love to go and play basketball, and that's it. Really, yeah, really, man. I like to get my day in doing my music, doing whatever, and then go and shoot some hoops, man.
Mhm. And make the shots. Don't be the New York Knicks.
Nah, I'll be making my joints. I'll be making them. I'm in a 50 and over league now, though, but I'm still out there, man. I'm not stopping. I'm falling out there, man, for real.
Who's the best in the group as far as basketball goes? Is it you,
Right
Vin, or
now,
Trish?
they don't play sports.
They don't play sports. It's just you.
No, nah, just me.
Yep.
No, they don't play. They there for the team fight, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't force us. They there for the team fight. When somebody foul me hard, then they coming in.
Oh. I saw the people reposting the show yesterday, and including Vin, saying that you should get your own podcast, and he was going to be a big advocate for it. Is that something that you want to do? Sports
I mean,
podcast?
I will with somebody, because I love sports anyway. So I mean, I'm down with whatever, man. But they've been saying that. That's another thing they've been saying for a while, because I be clowning so much on about sports and all that on my page and all that. But yeah, I'm down with whatever, man. I'm down to talk sports because I love sports so much. So, I mean, I know about every sport too, from baseball to basketball to all of them. So, I mean, I can talk about sports. It's all good.
Yeah. Even hockey?
I know a little bit of hockey too.
Yeah, yeah. I just started getting into hockey, to be honest. I mean, my three main sports are, of course, NBA, NFL, and MLB, but I just started getting into hockey.
Yeah, I know a little bit, just a little bit. I don't know. I ain't gonna front. I don't know a lot of hockey. I don't go to hockey games. I don't really watch it. It comes a time sometime when nothing else is on, I'll watch it. But I
Yeah,
do know some of the names, and I do know a little bit about hockey. But I'm not a connoisseur. I don't get me to lying about it.
yeah. Are you a Devils fan? If you had to choose?
Oh, definitely,
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely, Devils, New Jersey, man.
yeah. That's actually your one true team.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Exactly. That's actually our only team.
yeah.
Have nothing else out here except for them. Except for
Oh
them.
man, yeah. It's
Unless you go to college basketball or whatever, you got
yeah,
Seton Hall and all guys that play down there at the arena and all that. But yeah, our only pro team is the Devils.
yeah, yeah. And they usually put on a good show. They don't disappoint a lot.
Nah, Devils are actually pretty good.
Yeah,
They're pretty good.
yeah,
They hang in there.
yep.
We've been doing some. We actually do a couple of things with the Devils too.
Oh
So here
really?
and there, yeah, we've done some different things with the Devils down there. And then they have a Grammy museum down there within there in the arena as well, down in the Prudential Center. So we we've been down there a few times down at the Grammy Center down there.
And how is it down there?
It's dope. It's
No.
dope. Yeah. We did something not too long ago down there. We did a little mini performance and a Q&A down at the Grammy Center down there. Yep.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, KG, is there anything else that you would love to get out on the show here today? Any upcoming records? I know you mentioned one of your artists has a record coming out this month.
Yeah, you have Sad Verse coming up. But
Yep.
right now, we have Nicole Michelle that's out there right now. We have a few singles out on Nicole Michelle. So, oh man, hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Ventilator thing back there came on. It's crazy noise.
Oh.
Oh, but yeah, sorry about that. But
No, it's all fine.
yeah, we have Nicole Michelle
Mhm.
out right now with a few singles. And we have Ryan Lane out right now with Forever. But we also have a new song called I Wanna that's about to be released, a new single by Ryan Lane. That'll be his first single, on his own. Because obviously Forever was an Illtown Slugger featuring Ryan Lane record with us together. But he has his own song, I Wanna, coming out now this month. Like I said, we have a Sad Verse song that'll be coming out called Summer Break. And then we have a song out called Trap Things as well right now by KO. And then we also have another one called Holy Vibe featuring my homie Janardi. So we have a few records out there, and we're going to continue to bring more. And our latest one that we just put out is Just Dance by Freshco. So make sure y'all look out for that. Like I said, go to www.naughtybynaturestore.com. Get all this beautiful merch from there.
Yep.
A little package coming up, Pittsburgh colors. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Got a black and yellow package coming up. Christmas.
Yep. Now, is there vinyl copies I can get of Poverty's Paradise online? Because I'm a big vinyl collector.
Yeah. So go visit that on 2021 on the 30th anniversary. A lot of features, a lot of dope songs. I'm not. I definitely get you one. I got a few of them. You there?
Oh yeah, it actually froze up. So I was asking like a couple questions, so it might have been delayed. Some of them might have. That's how Zoom is.
Yeah. No, you said Poverty's Paradise, right?
Yeah, on vinyl. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can get you one. I think I have a few copies left too. That's it's not even opened up too. So I think I'll get you one. I'll get it to you.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, I'll be messaging you. I want to stay in touch and let me know if any of those, any of your artists want to send me the music over. If you want to send them to me, I'll get them in the rotation at the university as well as my personal radio station too.
No, definitely. I'll absolutely send you those records. I'll send you everything. I'll send you the videos. We have videos and everything. So I'll send you all of the stuff. I'll send you a whole package of that stuff. And then let's continue the dialogue, man. And it was great. It's great
Yeah,
talking to you, man. I'll come back, man. Especially next year, or whatever. At some point, with the whole group, we'll come back, for this the 30th anniversary. So next year, we're gonna be celebrating. When we making our rounds, and hopefully this COVID thing will be over by then, man, and we can probably come and check you guys out up there and in person, man, the whole
yeah.
group.
I think this would be great for St. John's University. I think if I talk to the student government, I know if COVID doesn't clear up, we'll definitely love to have you and the guys on for an interview. And I think the best thing too, in addition to the interview, would be a
Yeah,
performance for the school for Naughty by Nature.
yeah, that'll be
That
incredible.
that would be crazy. I think the student body would love it. I'd appreciate it because I mean that's you guys are legends. So
Definitely. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Hopefully it'll clear up, and we'll definitely make our way through there, man.
yep. Like I said, man, I'm going to be in touch with you. I'm going to get you back on the gram. I'm going to send you my email and all my personal contact, and then we'll be in touch. I'll get the records in for you, and we'll go from there.
Okay, no problem, man.
All right, KG, tell them where they can follow you on Instagram. Make sure you give them your social media handles and all that. And everyone listening right now, make sure you go follow the legend.
Definitely. I'm at KG KAYGEENBN, like Naughty by Nature. So it's KGNBN, and then that's on Instagram. That's on Twitter, everything. And then we're Naughty by Nature Forever, also on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, everything. So and then our other group, man, Vin's group, Illtown Sluggers. That's at Illtown Sluggers on Instagram. So follow us, check us out. And like I said, make sure you go visit that store, www.naughtybynaturesstore.com, and check out that naughty gear on there, man. We got some nice stuff up there. All right.
Go check it out. Yeah, KG, I want you to take care, stay safe. Thanks again for coming on the show. We'll be in touch.
No problem. Thank you. You too. Be safe, man.
You too.